Hola, hola, hola. Hello, 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 my beautiful planner baby divas. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl here, Daniela, the planning diva. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me here today. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And today, y'all, divas, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back to the origins of my channel. We're going to be doing a good old-fashioned Project Pan video / chit chat. Get ready with me. So I hope you're excited. Let's do this. So I have been wanting to do a project panning video for a while, and I finally just sat down and did it today. Woo! I think it's all of the like holiday makeup that's coming out that's really getting me into the mood. If y'all didn't know, I actually started my YouTube journey probably 8 years ago. Honestly, a little bit earlier than that, but I really started my YouTube journey about 8 years ago, and I was a project panning channel. And let's just take a moment to thank all of you OG subscribers. I know there are a couple of you still hanging around from those days who joined me at the very, very beginning of my YouTube journey as a makeup and beauty enthusiast and as a project panner. You are a real one for sticking through it and all of the channel changes. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So I started my YouTube journey as a project panner in the beauty space, the beauty community. And in case you don't know what a project pan is, it is sort of a challenge that's pretty common in the beauty community on YouTube, where people challenge themselves to finish a certain amount of products or hit pan on some of their like powder makeup products. And it's supposed to encourage people and motivate people to use up what they have instead of buying more, which is, you know, something that the beauty community is kind of well known for. Unfortunately, is this trend of overconsumption and buying. I definitely fell into the mindset of wanting to purchase everything. And honestly, I think that's also something that we see in the planning and stationery community as well. So I really resonated with this idea of project panning and finishing the stuff that I had and really enjoying and using the stuff that I had when I was in the beauty community space. And so I started my channel as a project panner. Since those days, I definitely slowed down on purchasing makeup and using makeup, although I still definitely love beauty and makeup, but I definitely am nowhere near like the level I was back in those days. But I still have a lot of makeup, you guys, and I still like purchasing here and there. So I do want to make sure that I am continuing to use my makeup stash, and I want to keep on project panning, even if it is just, you know, doing one project pan that kind of rolls through the year. I think that would be fun. So I think in 2026, I'm going to try to bring back the project panning videos and also makeup and beauty videos in general, because it is definitely something I am still very passionate about and I enjoy doing. And one of the goals in 2026 for my channel is to bring more of my other interests into the channel and share those aspects of my life with you guys as well. I find that really like motivates me to keep up with my channel, you know, keep it fresh for both me and you. So I hope you enjoy like the direction the channel is going to take next year. Okay, so let's talk about the project pan after like 5 minutes of yapping. Oh my goodness, but I know you love it. Let's talk about the project pan. This is going to be the 12 pans of Christmas project pan. It is a pretty common project pan in the project panning community. People would do this tag all the time or do this project all the time. I forget exactly who started it, the creator who started this particular theme of a project pan, because that's another thing, you guys, if you're unfamiliar with the project panning space, people would come up with like themes or topics for each project panning project, and it was kind of fun to pick out items out of your collection based on those themes. So someone created the 12 Pans of Christmas project pan, and it was a challenge to use up 12 items before Christmas. And I think the project should have started like early fall to give you like ample time to use your products up. I forget exactly the rules to it, but I'm going to definitely modify this project to best suit me and my needs. And I'm going to reverse this project. It's going to start around the holiday time. So it is currently November 11th, Tuesday. Happy Veterans Day, which is why I'm filming this in the middle of the day. It's my day off, you guys. Holiday. So I'm going to start this, early November, and it is going to run continuously until I get bored of it, maybe through winter, beginning of spring. That sounds about right, you guys. I kind of like the idea of doing 4 project pans per year, and they revolve around like the seasons. I think that would be cool because I do like to switch up my makeup seasonally. Okay, let's do that. We're doing this on the fly, you guys. So this project is going to be starting now and running until the beginning of spring. So that is a good chunk of time to work on makeup products because we all know that it takes forever to use up makeup. I picked out 12 items, more or less. I have some smaller items that I combined with other items of like a similar nature. And I'm counting that as like one item, but technically I have a little bit more than 12 items here, but the spirit is that there's 12 things or categories that I'm going to be working on. Again, it doesn't have to be super precise. You don't have to pick out exactly 12 items so that it can live up to the name. The 12 Pans of Christmas Project Pan. You can modify it, to suit your own needs. So I've picked out 12 items, and they range from like base products all the way to like the last finishing touches of color makeup, and I have them laid out right here, right next to me. I picked these out right before I turned on the camera, and I'm gonna now go through them, tell you what I'm gonna be using or including in this project pan, what I hope to finish by the beginning of spring 2026. I will be using them and applying them on my face while I tell you. So it is a project pan, but it's also a little chit chat. Get ready with me so you can see the items in action. And also, in order to kind of like speak to the holiday nature of the project pan, I kind of picked out a few items that were a little bit holiday themed or holiday related, but not all of them are like specifically tied to holiday makeup. Some are just pretty standard items. And again, I don't know this was necessarily part of the original creator's like idea or vision for this project pan, but I thought it would be fun to kind of pick items that remind me of the holidays. They maybe came from holiday collections, colors remind me of the holidays, or they're products that I like using in the winter time. Things like that. Okay, that's crazy. That was a 10-minute intro. I just had a cup of coffee, you guys, so I'm in the yapping mood. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first item in this project pan is a pair of primers. I have 2 primers here that I want to use up and get through. I don't particularly care for either. They're fine. I don't feel like a major difference whether I use them or not. I think it's nice that I add a little bit of a hydration boost to my skin before I put on foundation though. So I want to continue to have a hydrating primer in my makeup routine, especially in the winter months when things are a little bit drier. But I want to try different types of hydrating primers. I'm kind of interested in picking up the Too Faced Hangover RX. I think that's what it's called. Moisturizing primer. So I want to get through the ones that I have. First, a Laura Mercier foundation primer in the hydrating version, and then also a mini Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh little sampler guy that I'll definitely get through this no problem in a few weeks if I really put my mind to it. But let's just get through both of these by the beginning of spring. So I'll start off with the Becca. I think I'll just use the Becca for now. Slightly like lavender. It feels good. It definitely feels like it moisturizes my skin. Just another little bit of skincare, you know, that you can roll into your makeup routine. I won't use the Laura Mercier right now. Or maybe I should. Why not? It wouldn't hurt, right? Let me just add a little bit on my cheeks just to give that extra moisture. It does feel good going on. It does feel... and skincare is a major thing I'm going to focus on this winter, starting today. For the last month, I think I abandoned my skincare routine when my life was absolutely falling apart. There was so much going on. I had like no time to do anything. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't hydrating. I wasn't meal prepping. I wasn't walking. I wasn't doing that much, you guys. I wasn't even hydrating. And so I think you can really see it in my skin. My skin definitely looks like it feels a lot more like blemished and dry, and it just doesn't look as plump as it used to when I was really locked into my skincare routine. So we're gonna get back into skincare in the winter. So those are the first two products. And then the next item, again, is gonna be a duo. I want to finish both of these. So I'm counting it as like one item. So that way we can say that we have like 12 items. So I'm going to count these as a duo. So we have the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. And I have it in St. Moritz, which is medium 1. So there we have that. And then we have a Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention like how much I have left in these guys. It's kind of hard to tell because they're the squeezy tube type of product, but this is pretty full, if not completely full. And this is probably like 3/4 full. So we have a good amount of product left in there. The Revlon foundation is pretty full, and the NARS is, I would say, like maybe like half or 3/4 full. So again, a lot of product. I like both of these foundations. Nothing to write home about. I definitely prefer my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation over these two. But when I'm feeling like just adding like a quick little like thin layer of foundation on my face and not having like a full coverage moment, I will use these either together or one by itself. But I'm hoping to get through both of these and then purchase a more moisturizing, less full coverage foundation that I can use whenever I don't want that full coverage Estee Lauder Double Wear. I like having the choice of having two different foundations in my collection, one that's heavier, one that's lighter. I don't need to have two things for my lighter foundation, so I want to get through these two and then try something new. So let's apply this. So I'm going to start off with the NARS Tinted Moisturizer. For a tinted moisturizer, it has pretty good coverage, I would say. Oh, you guys, check this out. This is the new IT Cosmetics Glinda foundation brush. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just got this at Ulta over the weekend. It's so cute. I could not resist. And then I'll add a little bit of the Revlon. The Revlon is like a smidge lighter than the tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to focus it on like the high points in my face. And it's also a little bit thicker and a little bit more coverage than the NARS. And so I'm going to also kind of touch up areas that have a little bit more blemishes. I have been eating a lot of chocolate chip cookies lately, so I broke out a little bit on my chin, and you can still see like the blemishes and the scarring there from some breakouts that I had. I don't want anything too heavy, so I'm just going to leave it like that. And this is not part of my project pan, but I'm going to add a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder on top of that. I'm actually like almost done with this completely. I don't think I can even get any more out of this. Yeah, I think it's time to toss this. Let's see if I have another powder. Okay, I have this dark blonde cosmetics loose mineral powder. Just like a random, ooh, that might be a little too dark. I need a translucent setting powder. Wow, you guys, I think I actually don't have any more translucent setting powders. I have more of like foundation powders. I have this Bare Skin, Bare Minerals Protecting Veil. That is, I think, gonna do the trick. Okay, that should do the trick. I think I can use this moving forward. Okay, although honestly I prefer a loose setting powder. So item number 3 is gonna be a contour bronzer combination, and I'm gonna be picking my Too Faced The Little Black Book of Bronzers bronzer wardrobe palette. So I have used up 5 bronzers out of this palette. Essentially, there's like a tiny little bit left in this one and like a little minuscule amount left in this bronzer right here. But I have a lot left in Sun Bunny, Beach Bunny, and Pink Leopard. And this one I could probably use as a blush as well. So my goal is to finish this whole thing, and technically there are 3 pans in this left, but I'm going to treat the whole palette as one item. This has been in my collection for a very long time, and it's really dirty. And I just want to get it out of my collection. I want to use it up, you guys. It's been in so many project pans over the years, and it's a good bronzer wardrobe. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to use the last of Dark Chocolate Soleil as my contour. The rest of these shades, I would be hard pressed to use them as contours. They're very, very shimmery, so they're definitely going to be just bronzers. So let me grab a contour brush and a buffing bronzer brush. I think I'm going to go with my MAC 125S for the contour, and then my MAC buffer brush for the bronzer. Okay, there we go. We're definitely looking a lot more bronze. Very nice. So let's set that aside. So for the next 2 products, I have 2 blushes, and I'm actually counting these as separate items. So we have product number 4 and 5. I have 2 blushes, and the first is a Maybelline Master Highlight Blush, and this is in the color Coral. I picked 2 because I am almost done with this. Like this, if I really put my mind to it, maybe another week or 2, I could be completely done with this blush. This is another product that has been in several project pans, and I'm slowly making my way to the very end of it. Like, it actually shattered and I had to like crush it into this powder. So that's going to be done soon. And then I picked another blush because I had to. I definitely had to have a blush in. I definitely had to have a blush in this project, and this one was going to be like really easy to finish. So I picked a holiday blush. This is my MAC Sweet Vision Magic Dust Powder from their Sweet Nutcracker collection, and it's just a gorgeous peachy pink. It's beautiful. The packaging is so cute, and it's a really good color on me. Really warm, pretty standard. Nothing too like exciting, but it's beautiful. And the holiday packaging, like, it always gets me. Like, whenever I see this, I think of Christmas. So let's actually use both of the blushes in combination. So I'll use my Real Techniques stipple brush to apply that Maybelline blush, because it is essentially a powder blush at this point. It's very glowy, it's very peachy, very coral, but I do like adding like a little bit of more of a pink, especially like towards the back of my cheeks, just to give it a little bit more dimension. I think that's something I've been doing really more often recently, is adding like a little bit of a color like way in the back of my cheek, and having just a little bit of a gradient of color on my face, as opposed to just having like one solid color from the apple of my cheek all the way up to like near my ear. That's actually something I learned from watching RuPaul's Drag Race. My sixth item is a holiday palette from Tarte. This is their Glamazon Amazonian clay face palette that came in a little holiday bundle like maybe a year or 2 years ago, and I've used quite a bit of this palette already. You can see that I have hit major pan in the highlighter, I've completely finished the blush, and I have a pan in the bronzer, so I can definitely use this bronzer for a contour once my Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers contour is finished. So I have a little bit of that, and I'm going to use this for my highlight. I think the color is called Retreat, and yeah, I'll just put that on the tops of my cheeks, not too much because this blush is already really glowy, so I'm gonna be quite the glazed donut after this. And the seventh item is another highlighter. This is my Bobbi Brown Pink Glow Highlighting Powder. And it is absolutely gorgeous. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that champagne gold. Ooh, it is beautiful. Unfortunately, the packaging kind of broke and it doesn't close anymore, and that annoys the hell out of me. So that's one of the reasons why I want to finish up this product. It was also a very pricey product. Bobbi Brown is just a very pricey luxury brand. I think I paid $50 for this little thing. I'm so over paying that much for luxury makeup when there is so many amazing products in the drugstore at drugstore prices, even though those prices are also getting a bit steep. But I want to get my money's worth out of this. I spent $50 on it. Let's use the whole thing up. Okay, let's talk about eyes, you guys. I have two palettes, so this is going to be item number 8 and 9. I have two eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be throwing into this project, which is crazy, you know, because I'm treating this as a singular item that I'm going to be trying to use up, you know. I definitely won't finish the whole thing, but let's see how far I get. I picked two palettes, you guys, because I wanted to have like a little bit of variation. I also wanted to pick a palette that was kind of reasonable to maybe get close to finishing. This is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly 9-pan palette. And it's super cute and it's really, really simple. So that's kind of what it looks like. Really standard Too Faced old school palette. These are really simple shades. I can come up with a very simple, cute, basic, effective look with these shades. They're just browns, and then we have like a little pop of purple there if I want to have fun. I want to finish a palette, you guys, and this seems like a reasonable palette to finish because it's small. There's not much shadow per shade except for these 3 large shades, but even these 3 large shades are kind of manageable because they're lighter colors. I can use this as like an under eye setting powder, this as potentially a cheek highlight, this as like an all over the lid kind of canvas shade. So I can see myself getting like a big dent in this, and I've already have been using this as like and this has been in several project pans lately, so I've already have some good use in it. But I also wanted to include something that would give me a little variety, because this palette can get boring. It's good for like everyday work purposes. Like I go in with some eyeshadow on the eye, nothing too crazy, you know, still keeping it professional. But I wanted something that was also fun. So I picked a holiday eyeshadow palette, another Too Faced palette. This is my Gingerbread Spice holiday palette from a couple of years ago. This was actually a gift to me from my sister, and it is so freaking cute. I really, really love these colors. I've actually already hit pan on Reindeer Paws right here, and I see myself getting really close to hitting pan on Hot Toddy and even on Frostbite Me over here. And these colors are definitely a lot more fun, a lot more holiday themed. So this is perfect for the 12 pans of Christmas Project Pan. So I'm very excited about that. I always pull this out for the holidays. So let's put a look together, you guys. I think what I might do is I'll go in with extra creamy as the base, and then I probably will use a combination of like peanut butter and maybe gingerbread or oh snap. Oh, I just realized this shadow I hit pan on is called oh snap. Reindeer paws is the shadow, this darker shadow below here. I might go with like a very gingerbready eye. So let's see what I get into, you guys. I'm gonna do a quick eyeshadow look here and I'll come back and let you know how it turned out. All right, everyone, we're back, and I think we turned out a cute look using both the gingerbread spice palette and the peanut butter and jelly palette. The quality of these eyeshadows is all right. Some are definitely better than others, but you know, I don't mind it. So essentially what I ended up doing was I started off with the Too Faced peanut butter. Like I said, I put extra creamy all over my lid space to kind of give me that nice clean matte palette, and then I used peanut butter, this matte brown in the crease. It was very warm, and then I added a little bit of Nuts About You kind of like in the outer crease to give it a little bit more definition. And from there I added Reindeer Paws, this darker shade in the outer corner for that gradient. I also added a little bit of figgy pudding there as well. And then I put spiked eggnog on the lid. And then I also added jelly in my lower lash line and jammin in the lower lash line in the outer edge. So that way it is, again, giving me a little bit more of that deeper gradient on the outsides of my eye that really lifts my eye shape and elongates my eye shape. And I think makes it look super cute. So let's add some mascara, you guys, which brings me to my 10th item. This is a Lancome Lash Idole mascara. I got this as like a gift with purchase kind of thing, and it's cute. It's not the most va-va-voom eyelashes ever. So I just want to, you know, get some use out of it and move it out of my collection. Oh shoot, you guys, I got some mascara on my upper lid. Do you see that? Ugh! That's when you know I am rusty with my makeup skills. Okay, there we go. The mascara is on. Ugh, totally messed up that inner corner. Oh well. See, after building it up a little bit, it does, you know, give you longer lashes, but I think it's such a hassle. It's a struggle to build it up to this level. I feel like I'm putting on like way too many coats. I'm really struggling with it. I'm really having to work it into my eyelashes. It just doesn't give me like an effortless look. So not a huge fan of this, but let's get some use out of it. Move it along. All right, you guys, let's go on to lips. Oh, no, actually, let's do some brows first. So I do not have a brow product in my project pan because I only have one brow product in my collection, and that's my Dip Brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So let's give myself some brows and then move on to lips. There we go. Brows are on. Now let's move on to lips. So I have, for my 11th and 12th products, I have a couple of lip things. So I kind of packaged 3 lipsticks together for my 11th product and then a lip palette for my 12th product. So cheating a little bit on the amount of items, but I could not resist adding a couple more things into my project pan. So let's start off with the little bundle of lip products that I have here. These are all from Too Faced, and 2 of them are from a holiday collection, the same collection that the blush is from. These are two MAC lipsticks. I have Saucy Little Darling, which is an amplified cream lipstick in a pink peach. It kind of matches the blush, honestly. It kind of has that same color to it. Beautiful. I've used this quite a bit already, but again, nowhere close to finishing. And then I have a Leap of Delight, which is this deep eggplant purple. It is gorgeous. And yeah, I really like these two lipsticks. They're both amplified cream lipsticks, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, the Leap of Delight is a matte lipstick. So a little swatcheroo there for you. I feel like these are really different colors, and so I think it'd be fun to include both of them, and they give me such like the holiday feels whenever I look at them. So I have those two, and then I added in this Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss, and this is in Sweet Taffy. It is a juicy lip oil / gloss hybrid. Super cute, you guys. I actually picked this up this past weekend. I went to Ulta. We were shopping for my sister-in-law for the holidays, and we picked up some like cute things for her, and I picked up this little baby, which was in like an ornament packaging. I have not tried any of their Kissing Jelly glosses. They kind of remind me of their I think they're called lip pillows, which I really love. And I was looking to pick up another pack of those because last year or 2 years ago, I picked up like a little trio of lip pillow minis, and I absolutely love those things. Or maybe it's the Hangover RX lip balm. I forget exactly what it's called, but they didn't have any of those. They weren't selling their little Hangover RX lip balms in holiday sets. But they had a couple of these Kissing Jelly glosses in holiday sets. So I picked up this one because it looked like it was really similar to the Hangover RX gloss. And it's so beautiful. It has this beautiful shimmer to it. But honestly, I wanted it more so for just like a nice little moisturizing gloss on top of the lips. It smells really good. And I figured, why not throw the newest item in my collection into this project pan? It's perfect. It's holiday. I picked it up in a holiday ornament set. You can't get more holiday makeup than that. And I'm always trying to like really, you know, get in the habit of using things immediately as they come into my collection. I'm that type of person that I will like not use it when I get it because I want to treasure it as a new thing. But the important thing is to get use out of your items. So I have that. And then the last item in this project pan is going to be this Urban Decay Vice lipstick palette. This is an old palette from Urban Decay, and it comes with a couple of lipstick shades in a wide range. This is actually like such a good range of shades. Like it really has almost everything that you really need for like a complete lipstick wardrobe, and you can blend them and mix and match. I have gotten a lot of use out of a couple of them. You can see I've already hit pan on like 4 or 5 of these shades. I'm hoping to just use this up, you guys. I want to finish it in 2026. Maybe not by the beginning of spring next year, but maybe I can continue to roll this through my project pans and just like completely finish this thing up. It's kind of bulky. I'm a little bit over it, but I do want to get good use out of it, and it's great for traveling. I always take this traveling. But yeah, I'm ready to move this on. So we have this lipstick palette as my 12th item. And in terms of what I'm going to wear right now, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe Saucy Little Darling, because I have a lot of pink and peach in my makeup right now. Maybe Saucy Little Darling, and then maybe I can deepen up the edges of that with one of these darker shades. So let's go ahead and do that, and of course top it off with the gloss. So let's go, you guys. So that's what Saucy Little Darling looks like without any other product on it. But I've been really getting into like contouring my lips with a deeper shade, and I feel like it kind of like grounds it a little bit more. So let's do that, you guys. I might go in with maybe a little bit of a Firebird or Big Bang. I might go in, let's see you guys, I might go in with a little bit of Firebird and Sheer Shame here to add like just a little bit of a deeper pink purple like in the corners. See, that's how it looks with a little bit of Firebird and Sheer Shame in the outer edges and kind of blending into the middle. I think it looks much better, a little bit more like dimensional, if you will. I've been really into adding a little bit more color, like creating gradients in my lips. I also feel like it allows me to draw a little bit of a cleaner lip shape. You guys, I don't know if you can tell, but my right lip, my right upper lip, this one right here, is slightly smaller than my left upper lip. So if I draw my lip line exactly where my lip line is, you can see much more clearly that this side is shorter than this side. So it looks a little asymmetrical. It's not super noticeable, but having a little bit more control of the lip line with using a lip brush and then using like darker color allows me to draw my lip line just a little bit higher than my natural lip line so that my lips are a little bit more symmetrical. And if I ever feel like I want to have a bigger lip, then I can just draw my lip line a little bit bigger and, you know, not go too crazy with it, but it gives me an instant like a lip boost, lip pout, just through the power of makeup. Okay, you guys, I really like that. So you can see here that my lip line is like a little bit higher than my natural lip. But you can see here that this lip, it's like right on my lip line. And they look kind of similar. Ooh, I really like how that looks, you guys. Ooh, I love that. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of the Jelly Gloss. Although this is an amplified cream lipstick, so you don't really necessarily need a lot more like gloss. But it wouldn't hurt to add just a little bit more. And then I always kind of like put my lips on something, usually a tissue, but I don't have a tissue right now, so I'll just add a little bit on my lips. I'll like do that to like get rid of that excess. It helps with like not getting lipstick on your teeth, and also like helps with when you have like a lot of product on your lips and you can see the strings of like product on your lips. It helps with like preventing that. I'll do a little like test pressing my lips together, see if I see any obvious like stringing or like obvious like smearing on my teeth. And if I do, like I'll go ahead and do it again. But I think we're good to go now. Yeah, I think it looks good. It does take away a little bit of that like vivid juiciness, but you know, realistically, it's better to have a more wearable lip. Unless like I want to just take a quick photo when it looks really juicy, then I'll do that. But then I'll like blot with a tissue or something, because nothing is more annoying than like getting it all over your teeth, feeling that like that string of product, you know, in between your lips as you're like talking, and yeah, it doesn't look cute either. So there's the finished lip. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stuff off of my hand, and then I am going to brush my hair really quick and then come back. Okay, you guys, this is the finished look. I braided my hair. My hair is extremely dry right now because I have not been moisturizing it like I need to. I have not been taking care of it. I've always struggled with my hair, you guys. I've always been like such a makeup girly, but I never got into hair or nails really. I'm hoping in 2026, like I start getting motivated to take care of my hair and learn different hairstyles. And like I really want to, because I feel like sometimes I'll have like a beautiful face of makeup on, but then like my hair is insane. So nothing too exciting on the hair front. I just braided it. Well, I put some Jamaican castor oil in it because it was so dry, and like right now I just need to take care of it, so I need to resuscitate it. So I just put some treatment in there, braided it, combed it out, brushed it out, pulled a big hairball of dry hair out of it. Yeah, we need to take care of our hair, guys. Put some pins in my hair to control all my little fuzzy curly baby hairs that just like spring out of my head. Let me know if you have any tips for your like really curly baby hairs. I feel like I always struggle with figuring out what to do with them because I essentially have all these like tiny little baby hairs all around my head, and my hair is really curly, so they're not just like strays, they're just like little curls all around my head, just like framing my head like a halo, and it looks crazy because I don't know what to do with them. I think it only makes sense if I have like all of my hair down. But if I have my hair up, which I do a lot of the times because my hair is super long and it gets in my way, then it looks crazy with all my little baby hairs. So I try to kind of like tame them with some styling gel, kind of have them frame in my face and then pin them down. That's my approach right now. And look at my earrings, you guys. Betsy Johnson gingerbread earrings to get in the holiday mood. That's it, you guys. So I'll be updating you on the progress with this Project Pan. Hopefully, maybe every like 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe depending more so on if I'm finishing items, like if I finish a handful of items and I want to bring in like 4 to 5 new items, I might hop on here and do a little update. I want to do at least one before the beginning of spring. So that way it's kind of like a halfway mark. Maybe one or two updates before I do the finale at the beginning of spring in 2026 and I start like a spring themed Project Pan. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This video took forever. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it all the way to the very end of this video, drop a comment down below letting us know what makeup you have been loving as of late. What makeup techniques, tips, and tricks have you been really enjoying? We would love to know. Spill the tea. Go ahead and let us know in the comments. And with that, I will see you in the next video. So until then, stay safe. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy planning. Adios.